Even and all, hope you're doing well. We're strongly bullish on the market sentiment summary. We are risk on at the big picture. There's 34 bears now. We were 36 bears, but obviously we've seen that reduction of bearish volume. They're getting stopped out, but there's so many bears left. It's ridiculous. The technical scores have improved. We were in the 30s at the open. We really pumped on risk appetite, and there's the indices going green. Russell 2000 negative, and also France. Yeah, France and UK negative as well. So I think we're probably overdue a breather, to be fair, but we'll have to wait and see. Look at Google's performance. It's a bit crazy. Tesla's really ramped as well. So a little bit of a mixed picture. Europe was negative, but the large indices were positive. However, the small caps was negative. So yeah, it's going to be quite hard to call. A slight slowdown here, but we are risk on at the big picture. And this is the change from last Monday. So this is them getting squeezed out of the France 40 index. And also they're starting to go long on GU as well. So that probably should be falling because they're long. They're net long. They were net short and now they're net long. So they flipped their biases. It's gone from buy to sell. Basically, it's gone over into positive territory. So they're bullish. So that will be probably due a decline on GU. Oil's also moved as well for making it a buy. QDB scores, they went long on Swiss, and so that fell. We've also shorted the USD, and that's done okay. We can look at the daily bubbles. They've sold gold quite a lot, which I can show you in Discord actually, and they've sold dollar. So any permutation here is going to be tricky. So AU, UC, CJ, AJ will be tricky because of the proximity of the bubbles. The better one would be dollar Swiss for a long potentially, or Kiwi Swiss or CAD Swiss. But that would be, these two are in the mix section. So, and also Kiwi and Yen. R2, ideally we trade that quadrant versus this quadrant. But the thing is, with the way that the market is behaving nowadays, what we might see is a big reversal of fortunes, because it's come this way, and you could argue maybe it's hit some stops. Likewise with gold, they've shorted gold. You know, maybe they got stung, so they're going to get out. So let me show you gold. And I just made this video. I'm going to upload it to Patreon. So that's the Dixie update. If you remember, I posted something on the weekend about that. So gold. So here they sold. So this is them selling it. Until it become, and I think they sold because of the 2,150. It's a round number, and so you come back to the trading station, and here we go. So that's them. No, yeah, let's go to gold. That might help, and that's them selling it. There. Okay, so up become, and that's how it works. Okay, so. We've got a big day on Wednesday, so I guess I quickly cover these. And obviously that's the all-time high. That's them selling it on the US 500 up become, but we didn't have the motivation to go to all-time high. As you can see, they're probably going to wait for Powell. I think it's going to be hawkish. It could send things a little bit risk off, and we're going to see a stronger dollar. So that's the US 500. And US 30, the Dow Jones, they'd sold it, so we come up and we've got a support. So they inadvertently create a demand if they sell. So someone has to counter the other side of that transaction. So if they sell, someone has to buy it, right? So there's that, and it happens all the time, right? That's the supply because they went long, right? It's really accurate. And I wondered whether or not we got a wonky head and shoulders. Maybe it's not like the greatest. It should be more linear, more straight, but potentially, I mean, we've got the support here. from the demand. So you could argue a technical bias for a long, but I would be really careful because it's just really horrendous and very choppy. And these moves are very violent as well. They move like 200 points in an hour sometimes. I mean, that one is bonkers. It's just pretty quite scary to trade. There's DAX as well, and so this is the sell because of the crossover. However, we're going to get a pretty much imminent buy when we get these two lines to cross, right? And I think it's going to be fairly likely. Historically, they love to sell DAX, so it makes sense that they're going to do it again. So if they sell it, this is going to probably pump. And so that's the indices taken care of. And like I say, I've just done a Dixie video, but I'll just talk about it now. And I think what probably might happen, pending Powell and his rhetoric, his delivery, and his language, he could send the dollar much higher. Because if you think about the inflation's been going higher, and that's one of his mandates, was to get the inflation down. That's the one thing that he wanted down, and it's not. If the inflation's coming higher, it looks like it's not doing his job. So he might be. I'm not sure how to say this politely, but in a rude way, he'd be pissed off, and you don't really want to piss off Powell because things will really move as well. So it's a potential scenario we might even come up to see where we can have some diagonal resistance and this confluence area here where we'd be looking for sells up here, right? And so that's a potential scenario. So it's a very big day coming up on Wednesday. We'll see how things pan out tomorrow, and we should get a better idea about what's going to happen. But no one really knows what Powell's delivery is going to be like. So it's just going to be a case of just being very careful. Like Marco said in Discord, you'd want to probably trade after the FOMC because you might get caught out. Nomura have put out something. They're saying that we could have a hawkish FOMC from here. So they're expecting the dot plot to be revised up. Okay, so it's potentially a hawkish update. An outcome from the FOMC. So it could be quite a big one, I think, on Wednesday. So we'll see how we go. And don't forget, in Discord, we've got a new channel as well, Bolton's Daily Sentiment. So it's aggregating sentiment across all these brokers, which is really awesome. He's doing it manually for us, which is really awesome. So thanks to him for that, and I'll speak to you guys soon.